The following video was uploaded by a young man who loves to capture departing and arriving trains. One of his favorite spots is an older bridge from where he can oversee the entirety of the train tracks and therefore can capture some really great footage. Interestingly enough, this area is said to be home to several strange events. Legends speak of a ghost train that can be seen ever so often as it's making its way through the area. The following night, the man saw an extremely bright light at the end of the tracks and started recording in anticipation. The lights suddenly vanish, and there's no train coming towards his direction. But as weird as this is, there was something else going on the train tracks. Did the man also capture two of the spirits that are said to roam the area at night? Apparently, there have been several unfortunate accidents over the last decades, making many of his viewers believe that this actually were two of these eternal visitors. Hard to say what transpired here that night, but it's certainly very mysterious. Have you ever looked up your name online and there was more personal information about you than you'd like? That's a pretty terrifying feeling. A big thank you to our today's video sponsor, Aura, that can help you with that problem. Data brokers are making a fortune, selling your information to robocallers, spammers, and others who want to learn more about you, like for example your address. Aura will identify those data brokers that are exposing your info and will submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Legally, those brokers are required to remove your info if you ask them to. But of course, they try to make it super hard for you. So I suggest let Aura handle that for you. Use my link and try Aura free for 2 weeks, because Aura can do so much more to protect you and your loved ones from invisible threats online. It's super easy to set up and it comes with all the necessities like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance and more. So no need for several apps and you get everything at one affordable price. It's just amazing to have the option to safely browse the internet without leaving any tracks behind. Let Aura do the hard work for you. So don't let people continue to exploit and profit off of your private information, and go to aura.com/frostmare to start your 2 weeks free trial. You can also find the link in the video description. Some of you might have seen the short about me moving into a haunted house last year, and I will tell the story in a standalone episode very soon. Just to recap, as I was recording a video reaction, I noticed something on the screen of my camera. Oh, that's creepy. And super dark. Yeah, right. I see something. Looks like a weird silhouette, almost like a fast reflection. However, the window in that room was closed. There's no open window in my room, but also there was something else in the bathroom. I thought I saw something move on the screen of my camera, grabbed my phone and ghost meter to see if I can capture anything back there. Gonna grab our ghost meter, because I think I've heard something. Make sure I'm gonna show that actually on camera this time. Get that. Hello, are you here again? Are you here with me? The basement. Can you do this again, please? Hello? I mean, are you in the washroom? What's cold in here? Are you here? Can you back off? What is that? Do you hear that too? Yo! What the? Why was the door vibrating? Hello? This is just our... There should nothing be here. You heard the two though, right? A few moments after, I went back to my computer to check what my stationary camera had captured. Many of you asked if I knew this house was haunted before moving in, and I did. Still in here? Stay tuned for more updates. The following video was recorded by Natalie Gamus, who noticed a weird object in the sky one night. She describes this encounter as follows. I heard a loud noise and then saw police car lights shining through my window. I got curious and looked out my window to see what was going on. The cop was just sitting in his car, with the lights on. No one else was around. It was dead quiet.
Oh my gosh. What is that? What is that? What the? Bro. Is that a UFO? Oh my gosh! What the? No, right there? Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out.
For many, it was without a question that Natalie had become witness to an actual UFO encounter. If not, what else could this have been? Drones? A plane? Unlikely, at least based on her audience's reaction. What do you think? This video was shared by Breakman, and it's a pretty interesting case. He tells us that he had received an email from a person called Yara, who is experiencing some quite baffling activity in the home of her family. They often gather on the weekends, and it was this particular night that Yara's uncle noticed something strange just a few meters away at the horses' little stable, and the horses seemed quite afraid.
Ahí está, mira. Ahí hay algo. Wait.
It seems that something of small stature is standing close to the horses. The family states that they have never seen this thing before and had no good explanation of where it could have come from. I find that it has quite the strange silhouette, and I have no good explanation either. But it certainly was frightening the horses. Was this an otherworldly encounter perhaps? What is your idea? The following video was submitted by Nolia101, and he told me that his kids were playing with the tablet that night, and that they actually had captured something quite creepy by chance. He filmed this encounter off of the broken tablet screen. Let's take a look.
Nah, I just got home now. They showed me this on their tablet. This on their tablet.
Maybe she went in the fire room. I saw the Kaya girl. Kaya. Oh, what?
We can indeed see a strange shadow object leaning into the frame and then disappearing towards the left. However, I haven't been given any more info. It can be suspected that perhaps an otherworldly visitor was captured here. Or do you think it was merely another family member? Quite puzzling, I have to say, and a bit creepy. Jacob had recently got a hold of a supposedly haunted jester clown doll. How? It is said that he inherited the old house of his late grandmother, and the doll came with it. Interested in occult objects, he kept it in his bedroom at night. Crazy, I know. And not long after, he felt that something was extremely wrong with the doll, which caused him to store it in a different room. This particular night, he woke up to some really terrifying noises from outside of his room, and he started recording.
I just heard banging.
Jacob ends the video abruptly and states that he spent the night locked in his room. He wasn't willing to spend another terrifying night like that and decided that it probably would be best to keep this doll, which he calls Jeffrey, in the basement from now on.
With whatever happened last night, I don't want him near me. And in general, I think I'm just scared. I'm gonna be putting him in the basement, so I'm gonna follow up after I get that done.
Alright guys, this is the results so far.
I'm gonna leave him here for now, but I think I'm gonna put a camera here. Jeffrey's still here, so we're gonna see if there's anything I miss.
From that night on, Jacob caught several really strange encounters down there in the basement. weird shadow movement for which he had no explanation for. Eventually, he decided that it would be smart to have a rotating camera stand to cover more angles of the basement and to make sure that he wouldn't miss any more creepy encounters taking place down there. Something moved the doll's arm, and then we hear the light bulb pop for inexplicable reasons. Jacob is sure that this is due to the possession of his doll, and that the creepy activity will continue. I can't wait to see what happens next. The following video was posted by Riemann8. The user states, "Something set off the security alarm on one of our properties 2 nights ago. This is the footage we found after nothing was stolen. People believe whatever was captured could have been a spirit from a different dimension. Let's take a look." A shadow person seems to be walking through different rooms of the house and moving things around before he triggers the alarm and disappears into thin air. And as mentioned before, no signs of an intruder were found after. Strange, isn't it? The uploader swears that nobody was home at the time. I believe him. What could we be looking at here in your opinion? Pretty mysterious. This video is quite the mysterious one. The story goes that it was recorded by a man who was on a nightly work-related trip. He was traveling on a field road outside of town and quite a few miles away from any other residential area for that matter. Based on his reports, he felt pretty weirded out after seeing something or somebody standing at the side of the road. But that wasn't everything. Moments after, something even stranger happened. Is that a person? Somebody with their back turned towards the dash cam? But now look into the night sky. The driver of the truck was baffled, and of course, in his mind, he became witness of an UFO encounter that night. Could this be so? Did maybe an unidentified life form linger around at the side of the road? That's a scary thought. And how lucky of the man to capture this event on his dashcam that night. I mean, what else could this thing be? Most certainly related to that UFO. The following is a recording from user Terrolatente, who tells us that he is working at an old hospital that he believes to be certainly haunted. He's hearing strange voices on the hallways where no patient is supposed to be out anymore, and saw quite a few shadows over the past few months. Tonight, after hearing the voice of what sounded like a little girl, he pulls his cell phone out and started recording while he was strolling through the different corridors to catch the origin of these sounds. You might have missed it, but the man believes that we can see the spirit of a girl here in a white dress. I thought at first that this was perhaps a garbage bin or medical equipment of some sorts, but the man states that nothing was placed in this room. I tend to believe him after seeing what their security system has captured the same night. A dark shadow apparition that is coming out of the wall and then hovering around on the hallway before it vanished into the wall again. I'm sure that we all can agree that something otherworldly was at play here. Really creepy.